What's up, all you cool cameras and film rollers and people that use iPhones? We're back with another O.P.T interview with our very own De-Jay Hanssen. What's up, DJ? How's it going?
I'm good. How are you? How's everything over there?
I'm doing good, as you can see. I'm living the good life here. I got quarantined on the beach. There's not a single person out there, a few boats, but what can I say, man? I am living the good life in Hawaii, and I feel bad for everybody else.
There are worse places to be quarantined.
Yeah, you know, the other day the waves were moving and the palm trees were flowing, but right now, for some reason, they're not. So, how you been over there, man? You been staying indoors the entire time?
I have. I go outside. We have a nice yard, kind of like in the back here. Get some fresh air, walk around, talk with the neighbors and stuff. But yeah, for the most part, staying in.
Keeping that 6 foot distance, right?
Very much so. Everybody. Like I did my first delivery grocery order yesterday.
Oh yeah, you did the DoorDash?
Yeah, but it's Instacart, I think was the name of it.
Oh, I never heard of it.
Yeah, you can choose like all these like Walmart, Target, all these different places, and they go buy the stuff and then they bring it back and they leave it right at the door and they wave at you from their car, you know, halfway down the block.
Do you do a dance for them?
A little bit.
That'd be cool. I bet you get bigger tips that way.
Probably.
Kinda
you know, I did my happy fat kid dance because I got my food, you know.
Yeah, you know, I'm sure everybody loves that. Everybody likes to. He's like, did he eat some of my food? I hope he did. The seal of non-touching on there. Well, that's cool. You got to make some money somehow, right? Because after I fired you guys, you're not really making that much money right now. So,
that's true. That's true. Been selling my pictures though, which is nice.
That's good.
That's been doing good too. So I've sold a lot. I'm doing like one a week. I release one of the pictures I've done, and then they get a print certain size for $25. It's 11 by 14. And then if they're in the U.S., I go to a website that I use all the time, ships directly to their house, bam, good to go. If they're international, they get a digital file with a limited license release so they can do the same print, and they get that way. And I'm also doing one where it's like buy 3, get 1 free, so you get like the full month, so every week, but you only pay for 3 of them, so you get 1 of them for free.
Ooh, subscription. All right, I like that.
Yeah. So,
cool.
And I've got people that are requesting certain pictures to be put up. So like the one that I'm putting up on Monday is one that I haven't posted in a while. So that'd be kind of cool. But people, it's been doing good. So, you know, can't complain.
Request there. Yeah. So if you guys have DJ's info, especially like on his Facebook or Instagram, you can hit him up and be like, hey, DJ, send that picture over that you were dressed up. What'd you dress up like a hula girl that one time? That would be really good. I haven't seen that one in a while.
Yeah, I gracefully allowed you guys to beat me in a competition. You know, so.
Yeah, well, good news. When we get back in the gear things, we're going to start up the contest, the photo contest again to get everybody all engaged and ready, rocking and rolling. Hawaii coming at you full on. So I see also, too, you're trying to compete with me at the beard contest. I hate to break it to you. You're going to lose that one, bro.
Oh, man.
You're going to lose that one.
I'm trying really hard.
This is actually just, I had it all matted down there. Emily's not really liking the whole thing, but I told her, look, come Christmas time, I got a really important role to play, and then after that, I'm gonna go ahead and cut it off. Yeah. So.
You're gonna get it all gray and stuff, like white out. I mean, it's looking a little gray right now, man.
Oh no, it's just like a traditional thing where I cook for a whole bunch of people, and I just, you know, I have a beard. That's all. It has nothing to do with Santa Claus or anything like that.
Oh, okay.
You know, something like that. But after that, we'll cut it up. So, you know, I think everybody right now, Mac actually just stopped by. He's got a big old beard too, you know, but for some of you guys maybe watching this, if you haven't taken a tour with DJ, he's been around with us for what, 4 years, 3 years, 4 years, I think, like today or tomorrow or something like that.
Yeah.
And also DJ's birthday is coming up pretty soon. DJ's turning the big 35. Can you believe that? 35. Oh yeah. 34?
Gonna be 32.
32.
Gotta be more
all
like
these young guys working for me. That's crazy. You got any plans for your birthday? I feel bad for all these March and April birthday people.
Honestly, like the only plan I really have, like, because what we can do is probably do like a watch party with my family, like maybe like order something, whatever, and yeah, you know, like we'll watch something on Netflix or Disney or whatever, and watch it together. And I'll have my food over here, they'll have their food over there, and
yeah, that's kind of cool. I heard about that, these watch parties, and also like you can play games on Zoom with people. I don't know how the hell that's possible. My sister's been trying to get me to play a game on Zoom. I'm like, how do you not cheat? You know, she's like, no, we'll play Battleship. Trust me, I'll put your boats exactly where you want them. I have no idea how that's going to happen. So what have you been doing with your spare time, man? I mean, I know you've been trying to sell some prints, but anything like that you've decided to maybe move forward and like hone in your skills or learn something new during these time indoor?
I've been watching some videos on editing, trying to get into more like more in-depth editing, because I'm sure everybody knows, and you and I have talked about that I do like to try to more like the natural style of editing. I try not to add too much stuff from the outside of the pictures, but I'm trying to find a way to kind of integrate what people want to see and what my style is into one, which, you know, something that you and Mac have suggested to me a lot too. So I've been doing that, and I've also been watching up on video editing and video taking, so that when we start getting into stuff again and start taking video and stuff, I can be behind the camera that way as well. And I started drawing again too. I used to design tattoos for people. It was
Cool.
like I did that like all through the army and stuff, and it worked out pretty good. Like usually people are like, oh, you know, design this tattoo, and if it looks good, then they would take me in, and they would pay for like some of my tattoo that I would get. So
DJ's got a whole bunch of tattoos on his arm there. I have none whatsoever. Actually, I have one. It's where a kid in 4th grade stuck me with a lead pen, so it's still there. It's my first tattoo. And only one.
just tell.
That's pretty cool, man. What are you watching for editing?
So for editing, I do like to watch Peter McKinnon still. He's one of my favorites. I'm sure a lot of people know who he is. Frono Photos is really good too. Pixum Perfect is a really good guy. There's actually a full page, but I think it's the one guy that runs that one. Jesse Driftwood also does a lot of good stuff with videos too. Jesse Driftwood is one of Peter McKinnon's friends, but he used to do full-blown story videos every day. So whatever he did like that day, he would turn into a vlog and put it on the Instagram story, which everybody knows goes away. It used to go away after 24 hours, not going to be saved. But it used to go away for 24 hours. And everybody would always ask him, like, why do you do it if it just goes away? And he's like, because it's something to do. It's a cycle for me. It's a pattern. It's what I'm good at. So he does it once a day, records everything, goes home, puts out the video, and then goes to bed and starts over the next day. So it's nice to have that kind of thing going on, having
Nice.
a pattern like that. So, yeah.
That'll be good. That's a good thing to like kind of keep on, especially with all this downtime, man. It's, a lot of people realizing that they have a lot of things on their to-do plate, and there's a lot of time right now to be doing stuff and try some things that you normally wouldn't try. I did too as well, did like this 30-day challenge of Photoshop, which I really did in like 15 days, not even, because it was so short. But
Yeah.
it's nice, and then like catching up, I'm just catching up on all kinds of work and compiling all my files down, get rid of all this nonsense. So there's so much stuff that we could be doing in this downtime, and really just kind of reflecting how much you missing the tours right now.
A lot. Like I've never really been one to like ever like get tired of the tours. Like the tours are always fun for me, meeting new people and stuff like that. But once you hit your stride, which always takes a couple months for a new person, like a new guy to hit their stride. Once you hit your stride, it becomes pretty baseline. Like it becomes easy to just be nice to people and show them the islands and aloha spirit and all that kind of stuff. It becomes very simple. So once you fall into that, you kind of, you don't realize that's like your thing. That's your day to day now. So now that it's gone, like I'm a very extroverted person, as are you. Like like I love being around people. So
yeah, it's crap right now. Huh? It's hard. Like when people are like, "No, get away! Don't look at me! Don't touch me!"
I'm like, I'm going draws. I talk to my neighbor, like, "Hey man, you want to just talk through the window? Like, what's up?"
Yeah, it kind of sucks because I have a feeling people are going to be like this for a while, but it's okay as long as we just get past it all. And we're going to try to let everybody know that Hawaii is still here and it's going to be ready to have tourists come. And if we kind of need, though, we can like kind of manage it into like a new way instead of just going like free for all. Everybody's coming back. Kind of keep this. It's a love-hate relationship with this nobody here and nobody here, right? It's amazing to see the beaches and the roads and no traffic, but also at the same time, it's like, man, like we do need a lot of that money that comes from that tourism industry, considering it's the only industry here. Yeah. And it's really, it's getting to that breaking point to where people are going to be like, shoot, what do I do, man? So hopefully they come back pretty soon.
It's definitely displaced everybody's norm, especially for here. And they just Friday, they changed the parameters on hikes and beaches and things like that now too.
Oh yeah, what'd they do?
So from what I read in the article, it was Ige that did it. They decided to, you can still get to the water. Like you can walk to the water to do surfing, stand-up paddleboarding.
Just anything in the water, you swim, surf, or whatever.
Right, but you can't sit on the beach anymore.
Oh yeah, no, that was the whole thing. That was already there.
Yeah, and then they talk about the hikes. Like you can still do a hike. You can only go on hikes with groups of people that are from your domain, like your home. And then everybody has to be 6 feet away. Boats, you can only go with 2 people on a boat unless you're from the same domain too. So 2 people on a boat have to be at least 6 feet apart. on the boat if doable. You know, there's some like small boats that aren't even that big, and then boats have to be at least 20 feet apart. You know, so you know, like out of the sandbar on the east side, you know, they get all together.
That's crazy.
But it's, you know, but then there's other states that are lifting their stuff now too. So people are starting to go out. They're allowed to go out and do things now too. Is it too early? I don't know. We'll see. But I'm staying right here until I know everything's good.
And I was trying to look up to see like what the new rules are. I know some guy actually died on a hike the other day. I was like, that's probably one reason why they put those hikes down. But man, I'm not too sure. But whatever. You know, we got some time that we can, you know, kind of reflect and learn some stuff about us. But let's go check out what you got going on. Let's go see your Instagram real quick and see what's going on. We're gonna go over to the DJ. It's called DJ Meets World over here, and oh look, there's Malcolm right over there. I know that guy. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Huh?
That was I edited that with my phone. It's on the IG TV tab right there as well. I started doing this series where I take pictures with my phone and I show it how to edit it on my phone. The picture to the left of that is the same thing as well.
This guy right here.
The drone shot from that's the east side.
Nice.
That was like the last like good day that we had that week too, weather-wise.
So you can see you like doing some of the night sky just like Mac as well, and more like landscape stuff. Look, oh, I know that guy. He's pretty cool. This dude right here.
Yeah, not bad. Not bad. Yeah. I do a little Photoshop.
What's your main like focus and stuff like when it comes to DJ Meets World? What are you trying to bring across to people over here?
So I really enjoy doing large, vast landscapes. I really like doing big panos. If you scroll down, there's that one right there. Sorry, up in the very top middle. Go back up. One more, two more from that. That one right there. So I did that with an app to collage the whole thing. It's really big overall. That's from the top of Haleakala in Maui.
Oh, that's pretty cool, huh? Milky Way.
So that's 9 images put together. 9 shots. It took me 3 hours to get the full shot from start to finish, and then put all together. The Milky Way moved, of course, too. So that was part of the the process of me getting it together. But I like trying to make huge landscapes if I can. You can see in here there's a lot of smaller focus stuff too, like the flower and the waterfall and things like that. But
what do you use to stack these photos right here? Do you use a program to stack them all up?
Photoshop and Lightroom mostly. I haven't really dabbled on like the outside third-party ones.
Yeah.
I just kind of stick with what I know, which is what I'm trying to break out of right now in this.
It's a cool photo, huh?
That cloud right there, the big panel that you had a second ago, that furthest right cloud is that cloud. The reason it took me 3 hours to get the picture is because it took me about an hour to get the actual Milky Way that you saw, and I sat there taking a picture of that cloud for 2 hours waiting for that lightning to come out to finish the panel, but it never happened. So, but that's the lightning shot that I got anyway, so I decided to keep it.
Yeah, I remember you have this nice panel of Waikiki and east side there from, where is that from?
That's from, that's Diamond Head. I was off that day and you hit me up out of nowhere. You're like, hey, let's go hike Diamond Head. I was like, sure.
Oh yeah, for sunrise. Yeah, we met you up there. I was surprised, DJ. I was pretty surprised you got up there on, for the sunrise. I didn't think I was gonna see you up there.
Can't call yourself a photographer if you don't get out once in a while,
Yeah. You can always, heck, you got the skill right now of shooting at home. There's a lot of people that I see that are shooting at home, doing some pretty cool stuff. Those guys are figuring out ways to make macro photography at home and, some good portraits and things. And so this is this is a really good opportunity to kind of, hone in on those skills. And even for the other people with just iPhones, this is fun to just do some interesting things with the iPhone. I've seen some hilarious videos of people getting stuck indoors and what do they do, while they're stuck indoors. I remember watching this guy, he was videotaping out the window in his sock. He was eating people like Pac-Man and stuff as they came by the cars. That was hilarious.
Come on.
Yeah, I was cracking up.
Yeah.
That was really funny.
I
got a website too, huh?
Yes, yeah. It's there's 2 ways to get to it. There's the full one, which is DJHanssen Photography, which is kind of long. So I bought a second domain for DJHphotos.com, so it's easier to get to it. It's the same thing.
You got your Instagram. So we've got DJHanssen Photography. Remember today, forever. I like that. There we go. Let's see what we got over here. Are they going to be the same pictures, or you got some different stuff over here?
There'll be some different ones. But this one, the website also has my my portrait stuff on it as well.
There you go.
This
So
has
you
got
got some nice. Oh, there's the gecko. DJ Lowe's saving 15%.
They're so cute.
Ah, yeah, they're precious. Oh, look at this little composite, huh? Wow.
Yeah.
Oh no, that's two photos. My bad.
That's
I was like, wow, that's actually really interesting. It looked like the horizon right there because this one's all together. I was like, that's kind of weird, but I get it.
Remember when we went to Sharks Cove like 5-6 months ago? It was just like us, and you came up out of that hole. I got that picture with my new lens. That's that same hole.
Oh yeah, this hole you could dive through. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's pretty epic. Well, I mean, from what you told, I didn't go down.
And so what, you guys, you can purchase these? How do you purchase these photos?
So right now I'm actually working on trying to get a shop set up for myself on the website, as it is done with Squarespace. And I do offer the ability to do shopping online. But because of the deals that I'm running right now on my site, as you can see right there, the 11x14 is going for $45. So I'm giving.
These are prints or digital downloads?
Those are prints.
Oh, okay, and you mail them out, like you sign them yourself?
I can sign them too. I literally designed my own signature. I drew it myself, took the raster image and put it as a stamp on Photoshop, and I can apply it. If people want me to actually sign it, it's too easy. I can send it to myself, sign it, and then send it over as well. Yeah, there's some of my portraits. Majority female models. So if there's any male models out there, you guys looking for some stuff, let me know. I'm sure Alex will tell you there's not a lot of males that walk up asking for pictures. It's usually the females. So that's why there's a lot of them on there. But
every time I walk up to somebody asking for some portrait pictures of me at a random, they think I'm kind of weird. Like, don't worry, man. These are nice. I like this girl's face, huh? She looks like she's having a good time.
That's so it's a save the date photo shoot. She wanted, this is the very last series of shots for the day. I mean, obviously you wouldn't start with those because the dress would be trashed after that. She wanted a picture of the waves gently coming up, and I saw one coming up that was going to hit her, and I didn't say anything about it. And as soon as it got about a foot away from her, I just held the button down and got about probably about like 15 pictures. And that was my favorite one. I really like doing candid shots. Like candid photography, portrait-wise, is one of my favorite things. That's why I try to do a lot of these poses to look kind of candid, even though they're obviously not. I try to do it that way. So
yeah. So mainly you just use like Instagram for editing, because I had one of our guests a long time ago, this girl Jen, she was asking us on the Facebook what we use to edit the photos, because there's a lot of issues with having it look kind of dull and bland and things. So you use Lightroom for the most part, huh?
Lightroom for like local edits, like the touch-ups here and there. There's a lot of hidden things in Lightroom that people don't know about, and that's another thing that I've been looking up online too. There's like a really, really cool way to soften skin for portraits now that's in Lightroom. That way you don't have to do the whole goes on filter that's on Photoshop, which is the professional way of doing it. Of course, it's very complicated and takes a lot to get used to, but this way of doing it is simple and it gets a very similar effect.
Can you do that on the app? Can you do that on the app of Lightroom?
The app you can. It's just a little bit harder because you actually have to like work with the mask, and you have to choose a range with the eyedrop tool, right? So choosing a range with the eyedrop tool is a little bit harder on the app because the phone is so small, but it is doable. I mean, you can get Lightroom for the iPad too, which is a little bit smaller, a little bit easier to use.
Yeah.
But if you're shooting iPhone and you have Macs and stuff like that, it's easy to just airdrop the image to there, do the editing, send it back, good to go.
Well, I just say, because most people nowadays that are coming and joining our tours and doing photography, they're going to be using a lot of smartphones, and so the app itself, and then let's see if we can get you to make some like lesson videos of the like how to do little things on the Instagram or the Lightroom. We could put those up on there. I'm sure a lot of people would like to see that.
The two videos I put up for editing so far, those are both done with SnapSeed. It's an app that I tell anybody that comes to my tours, I tell them about. Or honestly, originally when the app came out, it was terrible. It was very cumbersome, kind of like the original Lightroom was and Photoshop Express. But Google bought it and kept it free, made it better, as they do because they have money. And it's a really good app. I use it all the time. Like every one of my tours, I take pictures for the guests and I show them how to edit right there on the spot. I show them how I got some of the pictures that I put on my Instagram using the app too. And then they download it like right away. Like a lot of me, like if they're from like Australia or somewhere, they don't have Wi-Fi here. I'll let them jump on the phone so they can download it, like use the Wi-Fi real quick. And then
get up with those Aussies too. They're not coming to Hawaii for a long time, man.
I know, right?
Yeah, you gotta teach them how to take some good pictures.
This is all I see from them afterwards. Like during the tour, like I'm driving, I look in the mirror and this is all I see.
Yeah, people always learn that stuff and they love to just go in and edit all their cameras or their phones and everything like that.
Gratification can never be understated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, well, what's one major thing that you're missing during this whole quarantine time?
Honestly, I'm missing out on doing a lot of group shoots that I used to do with some friends. Like we used to get together and go and shoot the Nice Guys together. I did a little series with a buddy of mine, Jason Jacobs, doing some inside light photography kind of stuff. Walking around Ala Mall using like the neon lights and doing portraiture and stuff like that. I feel like you learn so much doing these things with other people because like the way you take pictures with your camera is completely different than I do. Mac, Kurt, Calvin, all these other people. So to get together with a bunch of people and shoot is awesome. Some of my friends have been doing this thing. Like there's a couple they obviously can't do it now, but a few of my friends have very large homes and they will for one day a year, every year for like the last 5 or 6 years, they get together with up to like 50 other photographers and they have like 10 paid models that wander around the house. And you can talk to the models and pose them wherever you want in the house. They have props too, so you can do like a milk bath shot in the bathroom. You can do
G-rated photo experiences, right? Of course.
Yeah. But everybody's like, yes, yeah, definitely. But you can talk to any of them and set them up anywhere you want using lighting. You have this really nice house to use. You have nice models. You have nice photographers. Everybody's letting other people use each other's equipment, lighting, all that kind of stuff to get the shots that you want. And then you go home with these images, and the models get all the images that they want. I mean, it's all free to print, of course, too. Like, my print for my time for your time, it's free for everybody. But it's good practice for everybody. You get to bounce ideas and network and all this kind of stuff, and it's really cool. And that's the kind of stuff that I used to do a lot more before this all started.
So if you had to choose between landscape or portrait photography, which one would you rather go to?
That's really hard.
Is it really?
I mean, I started doing portraits originally, but because of the tours and stuff, I really fell in love with landscapes. Like I really, really like doing landscapes.
I mean, like we got this landscape like this in the back, so it's really pretty. It's not that, it's not hard to shoot, and everybody would love to be there. Models are tough for sure, but it does have it's a fun process, and I mean, especially now with all the capability of portrait mode on the phone and editing and stuff like that, it's really good. And a lot of people get into it and taking pictures of their own friends and families, dogs, cats, whatever, babies. So that's what I always express to people, that are not so much into it, but they have kids, or pets. It's like, you can really practice with that stuff. It's really fun.
And shooting kids is a lot. It's becoming easier with the technology that's out now too. With the iPhone and the Samsung, if you hold your finger down on the shutter button, it'll go into a burst mode. So when kids are like freaking out, or like Mac, who can't sit still, it's able to track them better and stop them in motion. And it's a lot easier, especially for some of the older generations that are maybe not used to the technology. It's just simple. Just hold the button down, burst mode, bam, you got a cool picture of your grandson or granddaughter doing something really cool. Makes things a lot easier.
Yeah, that's true, man. Hopefully we can get back and do that kind of stuff here pretty soon. I did line up a company that we're going to start offering double hull kayak sailing portrait packages. So we take the couple on a kayak out in Kailua, and like a double hull canoe, really, not a kayak. And then we'll be able to take pictures of them out there for an hour. It's a little pricey, but I think it'll be pretty cool. Anybody who wants to do that one. So, but you got to be able to swim and be okay in the water.
I'm not gonna take this into the water. Yeah. So.
Oh, it's on the boat. You're not gonna fall off the boat, are you?
I don't know, man. I'm pretty clumsy sometimes.
Well, then maybe, I was going to pay $1,000 a shoot, but okay. You can just sit on the beach. It's okay. No, it's all good. Moving on.
I get like $10.
Yeah. So let's see here. What other, I want to ask, if there was one thing at this point you realize that you can't live without during this quarantine phase, what do you think that is?
One thing that I couldn't live without?
Yeah, we don't have anything really that we can go out and get, other than food and water and all that stuff.
Sure.
One thing that I would say more so, let me rephrase, what is the one thing you're so happy that you have by your side right now during this time?
I think you and a lot of my friends and guests can already kind of guess what I'm going to say.
Put your headphones on, DJ.
I custom built a gaming PC a year and a half ago. And it's where I do a lot of my work too. So if I'm not using the laptop, I use the computer. I can do both. I gotta have a really wide screen so I can do both.
Killing zombies in the thick black forest does not work, man.
They started.
It's a mission.
Exactly. Everybody's got to blow off steam, you know. And I really like video games. I like movies. I watch videos that people post about like movie reviews, and I like, you know, fan theory stuff like that. It's, you know, full nerd on stuff, but it's like, for me, like I was talking to my daughter this morning, actually. She's like, what would you do if the Wi-Fi went out right now? And I was like, I would just go back to editing pictures and drawing, you know, or reading, you know, like that's
How would
pretty
you
much
edit
it.
pictures if the Wi-Fi? Well, I guess you don't need Wi-Fi.
Yeah, you don't need the Wi-Fi.
Maybe
Getting
she
it
was
out.
more saying, what if an EMP happened?
Yeah. If that happened, I would just go back to reading. I mean, I've got 5 photography books over here. I have a Star Wars trilogy over here. Hawaii facts over here. I got a pun book that my brother got me for my birthday, or for Christmas actually.
Quite
It's
the collection you got there.
Full of puns. I am learned.
Perfect. Well, then I could love to ask you some questions about Hawaii knowledge when we get back into gear to make sure that you're ready to rock and roll on the tours over there. You know,
What kind of manager would I be if I didn't know anything about Hawaii?
how's your family back home in Nevada?
Good. We live in a very small town in Nevada. Super small.
Not Nevada.
The population of my town is super small. So social distancing already happens there naturally. Like, it's pretty far away from your neighbors. But it's good. Just talked to my mom yesterday. Said that everything is normal. They're in stock when it comes to TP and things like that at the stores, which is good.
Oh yeah, I found some TP at the store the other day. No problem.
Nice.
There's for 4 days.
There's a Korean liquor store across the street from me, and they always have these huge. He only puts out one at a time. I know he has more in the back because I talked to him.
Yeah. He's like,
yeah, but it's
a fight. He's like, 20 bucks on the guy who comes in with the
yeah. He's got a full 9-pack. Like, it's roughly like maybe 2 stages above sandpaper, but it's toilet paper.
Yeah,
you know?
clean.
He's always got it there. So
next time you get toilet paper from him, you should say "kamsamnida."
Are you trying to get me beat up? What does that mean?
That means thank you for the toilet paper, my young Padawan. No, I'm just kidding. It means thank you in Korean. Kamsamnida. Who knows? You could probably mispronounce it. It'd be like, oh, crazy.
There's gonna be a lot of
say English.
angry Korean comments.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kamsamnida. You know. Well, that's good though. I'm glad that the family back home is doing pretty good. Yeah, I got a sister living in freaking New York City. You know, like, that's got to be out of control. My mom is cooped up, barricaded in a townhouse in Orlando, and my dad lives out in the sticks in North Carolina. So they're all doing their own interesting thing, you know. And like I said, we're all pretty lucky to be here in Hawaii, man. I mean, I asked people earlier on an Instagram post where would they like to be, you know, stuck in quarantine, and my answer was Kelly Slater's wave pool. I'm still hoping he invites me over there. But everybody was saying, Hawaii, are you kidding? I'm like, yeah, I guess actually I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. Hawaii is pretty damn good. Always get to go surf and stuff. So it's just unfortunate when it's so freaking nice outside and we've got this whole stay-at-home deal, you know. But fingers crossed, it's all going to end pretty soon. It might take a while for us all to get back in gear, but at least I think we'll be taken care of, you know, so that'd be good. And then I see you got a new pet over there. Is that Lucius Leftfoot? What's his name?
Gypsy.
Gypsy?
Gypsy. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Is it just like traveling around in a Winnebago outside your house there, like parking up whenever it wants to and using all of your water?
Exactly. But this is exactly why I call her Gypsy. As you can see, she's fighting me right now. So she goes from love bug mode to I'll hurt you in like an instant.
Huh. Oh well, that's natural of a Black Panther.
Yeah, right.
They'll sneak up on you and attack you. Well, that's cool. I'm glad you got your pet, because I know the other one ended up running off somewhere, going to the better farm where it lives in a happy life.
The big farm in the sky, yeah.
Big farm in the sky. All dogs go to heaven. Well, that's good, man. I know it's not a dog, but it's okay.
How's your doing? How are you? You got 3 of them, right?
What's up?
You got 3 of them? I can't say 2 of their names.
I have 3 cats. Yes, I have 2. Emily has 1. By our powers combined, we have a trifecta of putty cats over here. And no birds, no lizards in the general area. That's for sure. But yeah, we're going to be interesting because of the damn COVID-19, we're going to have to downsize into a condo that I own in Waikiki, get out of this big luxury apartment in the sky that I've been living in for the last 2 years.
Hold on. For everybody at home right now, Alex says downsize, okay? the condo that he's moving into is still nice. Like, I like that place a lot.
It's nice, but I'm 36 years old, okay? You should be living in a building that is bigger than your square foot age, okay? So if I'm 36, I should be living in a bigger than 360 square foot apartment, okay? And my apartment is 245 square feet.
Is that like a Gary Vaynerchuk rule or something?
No, it's an Alex Wilson rule. Actually, my condo is 600 square feet. Maybe, okay, so you should be, at your age, you should be living in the square footage of your house. No, like what would be the multiple of 2? So if you take 36 times 2, that's what, 72? So, booyah, I should be living in a 720 square foot condo at minimum, and now I'm going down to a 600. Right now I'm in like a 1200. You know, but I was living in this like false reality, thinking I had a lot more money than I did, and I really don't. And so now we're gonna have to downsize. But this is all, I'm thinking there's a lot of things that a lot of people are gonna learn about themselves and have to sacrifice to get us back into like somewhat of a check reality. And then we can move forward, you know, because we do have a lot of plans for the tours and the tour company coming up. I'm working on a lot of the private tours, making sure that they're all, you know, very COVID friendly. I think it's going to be called COVID friendly tours, you know, or COVID not so friendly tours probably is what they should be called. Yeah. And the package deals where we're going to go around the islands, portraits. I'm just excited. You know, I've always stayed excited. I know you've always been excited. And like one of your main, you know, joys in life right now is to be taking people out around the island. As much as it's daunting and, you know, repetitive, it's still really fun, you know.
It's funny you bring that up. It is something that I get asked, and I talked to Mac and Kurt and Calvin about it too. A lot of the guests do ask, like, you know, does it ever get old doing it? Like, you know, because they're always like, oh, it's so beautiful, you have such a nice job and stuff, which of course we do. And they always ask, you know, does it ever get old? Honestly, like even if complacency sat in and you try to take something like this for granted, like where we live, watching people from around the world fall in love with this place for the first time keeps you grounded. You could never, like, for what we do for a living, you can never go to like, you know, go to like Mox or whatever and be like, oh yeah, woo, water, ocean. Yeah, that would never happen because all the guests are like, it's so beautiful, I can't believe. And, you know, we're like, yeah, it's awesome. Check this place out and this place. It never lets us fall into that, you know, that stagnant stasis or stagnant state of being like, oh, it's just Hawaii or whatever. Never get a chance to do that, which is good because, I mean, I've been here since 2011, and the first like 5 or 6 years I was here, I would go to like every beach I could think of. I could do hikes that I was allowed to do. You know, being in the military, we weren't allowed to do certain ones. Still did it anyway. But going around the island as much as you can, you know, doing stuff. And then once that happens, then you have a chance to kind of settle down and do more of like the backyard barbecue, you know, friend luau, you know, that kind of stuff afterwards. But yeah, I don't think it ever gets old. And I'm definitely looking forward to getting back into sitting in the van, telling jokes, puns mostly, and, you know, hanging out with the guests, eating food, taking awesome pictures.
I mean, yeah, I mean, it does get tiresome, but it doesn't get old. You know, I mean, we got one of the best jobs that really, you know, we could ask for at this point. Granted, it's not a very good industry right now, but it's okay. It's going to come back. I mean, that's the main thing. It's like how long, who knows, but it'll come back and everybody's going to be really excited to, you know, see us on the stories again. I know they've been kind of slacking mainly just because we're not really doing too much exciting stuff and we don't need to be showing all the little things we do on our houses and things. But yeah, I mean, I'm excited to start up and taking tours. It's going to be it's going to be weird at first, unfortunately, you know, but I think it's going to be a really good transition into like kind of a newer way of travel, hopefully, or maybe we'll go right back. Cause the last time we were on with Mac, I showed the picture of all the rental cars over there at the stadium. And it's like, you know, it's mind blowing how many rental cars are out there, you know, when they can all be piling up in the van with us. 7 at max, 7 at a time. So before we go, is there anything that you want to tell all of those people sitting back home in their domain waiting to come on a photo tour with De-Jay Hanssen?
Absolutely. Whether you're in Arizona, California, Florida, North Carolina, even Kentucky, Hawaii, we're all in this together, guys. We're all doing the same thing right now. We're all sitting at home trying to make the best out of what we can with what we have. So, you know, take this time to plan the trip that you want to take. You know, like choose the places you want to go to, do research on which island you want to go to, you know, get in contact with me, get in contact with Alex, any of the guys you've been on before, or reach out to us. We love answering questions people, I'm fully reachable on my Facebook, on my Instagram. I accept friend requests from guests all the time. I text guests. I literally just got done texting a guest like 5 minutes before the video interview. She's sending me a mask that she made. Like she's sending it as like a gift and stuff. So I'm super excited to stay in contact with people. So feel free to reach out to us. Let us know. Plan this trip. Get excited, guys, and come and see us as soon as you guys can. As soon as everything's safe.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, you know, a lot of people are rebooking their tours, and also he forgot to mention everybody else in the rest of the world, not just America. There's a lot of other people out there, of course.
Worldwide.
Worldwide, everybody out there. Everybody except for those damn Kiwis. Just kidding. Love you guys.
I'm working on my German still, so we get the German guests coming. It's another thing I'm working on too since we've been stuck in here.
Might as well. It's a good time to work on all that stuff. Unfortunately, if you know we had a little extra cash, I'd be able to do that. But I don't know about you, but this unemployment insurance is taking a god-awful time to kick in. You know. Yeah, it's pretty nuts, man. You know, Hawaii. Oof, boy, they sure do Hawaii time, no matter what, man. No matter what, it's crazy. But all right, man. Well, I'm not gonna keep you too long because it is getting dark, and Emily's yelling at me to get some food. We'll get back up with you before we probably kick back in gear and see where your photos. So I want you to maybe work on. It'd be cool for you to work on a photo, you know, and really composite something together, and then show us what you did in your time of leisure.
Figure out the best way to record it from here and send it to everybody over there.
Yeah,
we're gonna
keep cool.
We're gonna keep our quarantine beards going on.
I'm keeping my beard going on until the end of times, which will probably be like Friday, I think.
I took a day off. You had a day extra. I said Thursday. You said Friday.
Yeah, well, yes, that's a whole, man, I want at least a whole week. You know?
I guess. It seems fair.
Well, hey, have fun over there. I will see you when we start back and doing tours. Yeah, really looking forward to seeing some of the lessons and more photography that you got going on. And if you guys have any questions for DJ, I'm going to leave his Facebook and Instagram links and everything we talked about down below in whatever comments section book thing you're looking for. If you happen to be on something with some kind of weird thumbs up, give us a thumbs up, or you can give us a thumbs down, because it doesn't matter. It's all engagement. I don't really care. It's all about having a good time stuck indoors, or like me, stuck at the beach. So with that
video, just to give us a thumbs down, that's still worth it.
Yeah, guaranteed. If you made it all the way to this point to listen to me tell you to make a thumbs down, well, then joke's on you, because you just wasted a lot of your time to dislike something.
We still had fun, so that's worth it.
Yeah. All right, DJ, well, have a great night, and we will talk to you later, man.
Sounds good. Say hi to Emily for me.
I will. See you, buddy.
Bye, guys.